Good morning, Facebook. Give me just a few seconds here. I've got to go live on Instagram too. And I want to give everyone some time to get over here. I just made an announcement on my personal page that we were going live. So if you're joining me, good morning, Instagram. We're live right now on Facebook. If you want to join on Facebook, it's /Coach My Mindset, or you can just hang out right here and watch from Instagram. So, hi, good morning, and invite some of your friends over. So you can do that, I think, by typing their name in the comments, or there is an invite button. I've got like a split screen going on here. So I'm going to wait just about 30 seconds. Hi, Jim. Good morning, Marianne. Giving people a little bit of time to hop on and asking you to invite any friends who might enjoy this topic today. So what we're going to talk about today is the number one thing that I believe every single person must do if they want to live an authentic life, right? A life that attracts love, abundance, health, success, joy, basically how to create the life that you really want to live. So that's what we're going to get into today. And let's see, I want to welcome those of you who are live right now on Instagram and on Facebook, and to those of you who are watching the replay. I'm here live every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. Pacific time, which is where I am right now, at 10:30 Eastern. Okay, and these are free 20 to 30 minute coaching sessions with me where I give you some kind of valuable information or insight around a specific topic that hopefully will help you make a change or improve your life in some way. Okay, so again, today's topic is the number one thing that you must do to live an authentic life that attracts love, genuine partnerships, abundance, health, success, joy, the things that we all want in life, right? So first, who am I? For those of you who don't know me, good morning. Thanks for saying hi, Instagram. My name's Jessica Perez-Beebe. I'm a life coach and really a mindset strategist. So what does that mean? It means that I teach people how to use specific mindset strategies to accomplish your goals and to create the life that you really want to live. Okay? Because so many people are not living the life that they really want to live. I hope that's not you. But what about nutrition? We won't get into that today, but this topic does touch on that. So stay with me. So many people are not living a life that they want to live. They're living a life maybe that their parents want them to live, or that society expects of them, or they're just living a life that they've kind of copied off of somebody else, right? Or a life that they once thought they wanted to live, but are finding no longer suits them, no longer lights them up inside. And so that's what we're talking about. We're talking about how to create a life that you really want to live. So for more than a decade, I have been coaching people around improving their health, their fitness, their nutrition, as someone on Instagram just pointed out, lifestyle. But now what really motivates me is helping people to tap into the power of their mindset, because that's always the sticking block. That's always the sticking point, I should say, for someone not getting where they want to be. Okay, so that's why mindset is so important, regardless of the topic. Okay, so today I'm going to talk to you about what it means to live an authentic life. So authentic just means real, right? It just means being true, being genuine. Okay, so first I want to ask a quick question, and Instagrammers, please type in the comments if you're on here, and as well here on Facebook. So the question I want to ask you before we jump in is, what's the one thing right now the one thing in your life that you want to attract more of, right? If you had that genie bottle and you could rub it and you got that one wish, what is it that you want more of in your life right now, that you want to attract, that you don't have but you want? Is there some desire? Money? Lots of people? Okay. So whatever it is for you, type it, because be brave about it. Putting it out there, writing it, puts it out into the universe, makes it more real. It gives it weight. It gives it energy. So this is a safe place to share your dreams. So whatever it is, write it down. And if you don't write it down here, write it down in your journal or a piece of paper. Don't be afraid to name out loud what it is that you want to attract in your life. Okay. That is the important step, right? That's the step that some people get stuck at, just not admitting what they actually want. Okay. So let's jump right in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump right into a topic. Somebody on here is talking about weight. Okay, let's take weight, for instance. Say that's your goal. Your goal is to lose weight, to have a better body, to improve your health overall, or the way you look. Okay, so you go out, you hire a trainer, you join a gym, or you sign up for an online program, you go to a doctor or a nutritionist. All that is good and necessary, but there's a first step that must come first that people always miss. Same thing, if you want to attract your soulmate, you want to have that perfect partner, or that good marriage. So you join a dating site, you make a list of traits that you want. Again, all of that is good and necessary, but there's a first step. There's something that you must do first. Okay, so before you do any of those things, you must first commit to taking personal responsibility. Okay, so personal responsibility is the number one must do that we are talking about today. And I see people pointing the finger, focusing so much of their attention on what other people are doing or are not doing, instead of focusing on focusing on yourself, right? Instead of being responsible for your own life, not just your own life, but being responsible for the goal that you want to achieve or the life that you want to create, right? So I can't tell you how many times I hear, I can't exercise because I have a bad knee. All the good men are taken, right? I can't get ahead because no one will give me a break. I can't get a promotion because my boss is so unfair or so greedy. I can't sign up for the course that I know will make a huge difference in my life because I just can't afford it right now. I mean, there's so many excuses and reasons that people come up with that shifts the focus from them or the blame and shifts it onto somebody else or something else. Okay, so how many people do you see complain about not having money, but they're spending every little bit they have on meaningless things, right? Things that are not bringing them closer to their goals or to the life that they want to live, right? So eating out and shopping, etc., instead of investing in themselves, right? So people come up with all kinds of reasons for why, it's just not their fault, right? And so say you want to write a book, okay? Say that's been your burning desire, that's your goal, okay? But you don't have the time because you've got kids and, you're up at 6 a.m. to get them ready, et cetera, et cetera. Well, get up at 4 a.m. and write for 2 hours. There's always a way to get what you want. There's always a way to self-reflect and say, how can I step up, right? So the point is, if you want a certain lifestyle or you want to achieve something in your life, you can't just sit around and wait for it to fall at your feet. you've got to go out there and make it happen, right? You've got to stop blaming. You've got to stop complaining, coming up with excuses, pointing the finger. Nobody can make the life that you want for yourself. Only you can, right? So you've got to start taking responsibility for what you want, for the life that you want to live. And this goes back to, like I said, creating the life that you want to live, not the life that somebody else wanted for you, not a life you've copied off of somebody on social media, or you've copied off of someone in your family, or, you thought it was the right thing to do, but now you realize that this isn't a life that lights you up inside. Well, you've got to make that change. This is your life, right? This is your one life. Well, maybe you believe in multiple lives, but we won't go there. This is your time to step up and make the changes that you want in your life. So going back to the example of, getting in shape. Okay, so before you go and pay a trainer to get in shape, I did this, I coached people and still do sometimes, but I trained people for 11 or 12 years. Okay, so I say this because I know personally, before you go out and hire a coach or a trainer to help you get in shape, you first need to commit in your mind that you're going to be responsible. You're going to be responsible for getting yourself to your sessions every week, for following the diet that she gives you, for making the lifestyle choices and changes that are recommended for you, right? For being consistent, for following through, for holding yourself accountable. If you don't lose the 20 pounds, is it your trainer's fault or is it your fault? You have got to first commit before you go in and spend any money on something like that, or sign up for a program. I have an online course, the Get Set Method. And, there are people who sign up who haven't even opened it yet. So there's a difference between, pretending you're taking the steps to make a change and actually taking the steps, right? You have got to be responsible for that, right? So before you join that dating site or make that list of your perfect partner, you better make sure that you're ready to be the kind of partner that you want to attract, right? So you can't attract this person that maybe you write up all these traits and this is what you want in this person. If those traits aren't there in you, you're not going to attract that person. So in that case, taking personal responsibility would be, okay, how can I create the things in my life or bring those things to the table myself that I want to attract in somebody else? Writing that down. Awesome. Love it. So, if you're still blaming your trainer, your boss, your parents, your lack of finances, your past, your ex, well, you're not getting anywhere, right? You're just stuck in the mud. Ew, you're stuck in the mud. If you want something in your life, make it happen. Find out what you need to do. Right? Find out what you need to do. Right now, I'm training for a half marathon. I do not like running. I know I'm a fitness person. I like to run short intervals, right? Just because it's, really good for you and it's short. But I do not like running distance. But I decided I wanted to challenge myself. This is something I want to cross off the bucket list. I'm working on something that's on my business side. And I read somewhere, actually, I was inspired by my business coach who said, and I know this to be true, that those who train for something physically alongside of making a big change in their life or trying to achieve another non-physical goal are so much more likely to succeed, because having a physical goal that you have to commit to every single day when you don't feel like it is motivation. It goes hand in hand with doing the work that you need to do for your other goals. And I have found that working with athletes, they are some of the most committed and driven people, not just in, their sport, but in anything that they do. Because you've heard that phrase, how we do anything is how we do everything. So if you've been half-assing it in whatever area of your life and only giving it, 50, 60, 70%, it's time to step up, right? If there's some change that you want to make, it's time to step up, right? So if you've had a dream, for instance, something that you've wanted to accomplish, don't blame it on your kids or the fact that you've had a family and had to raise kids, et cetera, et cetera. Don't blame it on them or that circumstance for the reason that you haven't pursued it. That's not the reason. There are plenty of people who still pursue their dreams and their goals, right? So, for instance, today I slept in. Normally I get up and run really early because it gets hot out here where I am, and I don't want to run in the middle of the day, or I don't even want to run in the late afternoon because of the sun. But I decided to sleep in. I've got to take personal responsibility. I'm not going to just blow it off. I'm going to get my ass out there and I'm going to do it in the hot sun. And while I'm out there, I'm going to remind myself, this is why you normally get up early, right? So find a way to do the things that you need to do and do it. Okay? Don't wait for someone else to give you something. Don't wait for someone else to come along and make it right for you or to show you the way. We all need inspiration. Amen. I'm all about that. And we all need help along the way. But you need to take the first step, right? You're going to need to continue to take most of the steps because it's your life, right? Your energy attracts like energy. So think about this. If you're spending the majority of your time thinking and talking about all the ways in which it's someone else's fault or things are just unfair or unavailable to you, then you're just going to attract more of that, right? That's the same exact circumstance you're going to keep finding yourself in. And those are the same kind of people you're going to attract, right? And you're both going to be sitting around talking about how, your job sucks, you can't get ahead because of this, that, and the other. You want to take this course and better yourself, but you just don't have the money now. Meanwhile, on the side, you're spending that money, on eating out or, a pair of shoes or something like that. It's like, stop making up excuses. Stop being fake, be genuine. If you want to live an authentic life that attracts everything that you want in your life, then step up and be honest. Don't make excuses. Okay. You're not going to get anywhere that way. So if you want to attract better people in your life, if you want to attract loving relationships, if you want to attract abundance, wealth, health, fitness, success, joy, whatever it is that you want, step up and take responsibility for making it happen. Okay? So here's my takeaway tip. Whatever you're not happy with in your life right now, or whatever it is that you want more of in your life, begin asking yourself these questions. Number one, and write it down if you can. How have I been putting the blame on others or outside circumstances, right? Where have I been pointing the finger? So that's your first step, is to ask yourself, where have I been actually shifting the blame to somebody else for this, right? So if you're not losing that weight, what have you been blaming it on? Are you blaming it on, my genetics? Are you blaming it on your bum knee? Are but you can't exercise, but have you made any diet choices, right? Look around you and see, where is it that I've been putting the blame? Am I putting the blame on my employer? Am I putting the blame on my lack of finances? Whatever it is, find out where you've been putting the blame, okay? Then number two, ask yourself, in what ways can I step up and accept more responsibility in this situation, right? You're going to find that when you ask yourself that question, things are going to start to come up. Oh, well, I haven't done that. Yeah, that's true. I could do that. There's things that we all resist, right? And if anybody here has read one of my favorite, lo siento, no en español hoy. Somebody wants me to talk to them in Spanish next time. There's a book called, and if you haven't read it, I highly suggest it, especially if there's something that you want to achieve in your life, that you have in your heart, but you just have been putting off. It's called The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield, one of my favorite books. It's so quick. You can read it so quickly. I even have it on audio. And I listen to it often. And he talks about resistance, excuses, procrastination. All of that stuff is just resistance. And he says resistance is always lying and full of shit. I love that. So it's like, when those excuses pop up, realize that's just resistance and that's bullshit. Resistance lies to me. I can't actually do these things, right? So after you find out where you've been putting the blame, where you've been pointing your finger, then ask yourself, okay, what ways can I now step up, accept more responsibility in this situation? Okay. And then finally, how can I take more responsibility, or what steps can I take for creating this in my life, or for at least no longer preventing it, right? Not war of lies, war of art. Okay. So the questions that you're asking yourself have to do with, okay, how can I stop bullshitting myself? How can I stop coming up with resistance to what I really want? How can I stop putting the blame on others or other things? And how can I step up right now and start taking the steps to make the life that I want to have? It's just little steps normally. It's one little thing, right? It's one little thing at a time. I used to be afraid to speak in public. And so like the thought of doing this kind of thing a couple years ago would freak me out. But you know what I did? I said to myself, I want to reach more people. I want to help people with what I know, just like people have helped me. And so I got to get over that. If I want to, if I want to reach more people and I want to become confident in talking to people, I just got to start doing it. Right? I can't put the blame on fear. That's just a cop out. Right? So that's just one little example. Think about where you can do that in your life. All right. So if you want to connect with me, I hope you enjoyed today's topic. If you want to connect with me, there's many ways that you can do that. I'm going to throw my website in the comments here. It's for those of you on Instagram, it's jessicaperezbeebe.com, PerezBeebe.com. It's the same as my username, Instagrammers. And you can just click the link in the bio. Also, I am offering free clarity calls right now, either on the phone or through video on the camera, and I use Zoom for that. So you could schedule a free clarity call, a clarity session with me, which is just one-on-one, 30 minutes, just like these are. And I've put that link in Facebook. And I will, yes, that's right. That's the email. So you can email me, Jessica, or hi@jessicaperezbeebe.com, or you can go right to my email or to my website and click the contact page. And like I said, I am scheduling free clarity sessions. If you're someone who is stuck somewhere or you want to make a change, but you don't know where to begin, let me chat with you and see if I can help you get some clarity around that. And if you want to get more information about one-on-one coaching. Okay, so those are two ways to reach me. I hope you enjoyed this. Guys, on Instagram, if you go to my contact page, you can schedule a clarity session there too. Okay, please, when we click off this video, would you share it to your pages or type your friend's name in the comments? Just help me get the message out. On the Facebook fan pages, people really can't, Facebook doesn't promote it like it does on your personal page. So if you can help me get it out there, I would appreciate it. Thanks, Instagram, for joining, and Facebook, you too. I will see you next Saturday, 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. No, 7:30 a.m. Pacific time, and that's 10:30 Eastern. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Much love and abundance to you all. Ciao, adios, arrivederci. I hope I said that one right. Bye bye.